there'll be 2 teams of 5, 1 team of 4. Off you go.
Sean, Steven. Benji.
Benji.
Quick as you can.
There's 3 groups.
Should we put them on, right? Wait, Coach, should we put them on?
Yes, please.
What is it? 3 groups of?
So there's going to be 2 groups of 5 and I believe 1 group of 4. We don't have all the numbers here today. So Green, are you in 4? Chris, just come into your group. All right, just select 1 captain.
Sure.
And the captain will pick up the clipboard, please. And just have a quick read at the top, and it's just going to explain what the training session's about. I've taken into consideration we play tomorrow, we've had a long season, so we're going to work a lot on our technical stuff today and then progress it into a small-sided game, okay? Anybody recognise this from before?
No.
You don't recognise this? Remember
Oh, is this like the grid thing where you have to pass it and then like...
Yeah, alright.
Oh, yeah.
So what we're going to do is, we've got everything set up here, the flat cones make the boxes up. What I'd like you to do in the next couple of minutes is in your own groups, just take a couple of steps away from each other's group and just talk about some of the ways you can be successful on the technical part and the tactical part, okay? I'll give you a couple of examples.
Wait, do we have our clipboards?
You got your clipboard, yeah.
X by X. I know this. It's variables and exponents. I don't know.
That's
I'm out of that.
Guys, feel free to write down anything you want in the part, okay?
No, when you receive it. No, when you receive it, you pass it to the other thing.
Because you can write anywhere you want for the technical in here and then the tactical in there. And this is unopposed, so we're not playing against anybody. You're just going to be passing amongst your own team in that group, okay?
So let's see. Technical.
The groove inside.
Well, it depends like where you want.
Sounds
Like
very.
sometimes outside. But
Just put the groove.
The inside.
The inside of your.
Well, I don't think it's just asking.
Just
I think
put
it's
it
saying it's an
inside.
example. Whoa. I don't think it's asking.
Just write it down.
It's just saying. Honors right here. The thing.
Connors.
Example. Part of. Yes, it's the question. Yeah, you put the answer.
About 30 seconds left, guys, then we'll bring it in.
Inside.
Stupid pen.
And look,
It's fine. It's fine. Put it down.
I can't write.
All right, and start to walk in. Start to walk in. And you come, guys, and you come. And again, just stay with your teams, and your captain will be kind of up front, okay? So, just to re-explain, we'll be playing on this part of the field here. All the grids are set up with the flat markers. Each team will have 1 ball, and you're only going to pass to your teammate, okay? Or your teammates. Only 1 player from each team is allowed in a box. The ball can't stop. And what other things did we ask you to do?
Well, you can only be in a box for 3 to 5 seconds.
Okay, so what's that kind of encouraging?
Moving around.
All right, lots of moving. Now, are we?
Keeping shape.
Okay, and are we moving around randomly, or are we moving around off of each other's movements?
Each other's movements.
All right. So, give me some technical considerations. I gave you an example, and then you guys had a couple of minutes to go through your own stuff.
So, like, in terms of striking the ball, if you're sort of a close distance, you want to make sure you're working on your technique with the inside of your foot.
Yep. What else, Benj?
Also, so he said, but if you're close to somebody, you don't want to strike as hard as you can. Maybe just nice and easy. And
So you're
then
appreciating the
run off
person
ball.
receiving the ball, yeah? What else, guys?
Since we're 5 people, we decided to make a pentagon shape.
Okay. All right, so that's a tactical consideration. We're only going to play with 4 though. Okay, so you'll have a captain who sits out and rotate everybody in. So what other tactical considerations? We spoke about our shape. So when you're talking about a tactical consideration, it's a decision making. So it's what kind of pass do you make? Are we going to play a pass on the floor? Are we going to drive it? What about our body movements and our shape?
Open.
All right, but how are we open?
Facing the
All right, and if you can see the whole field, what does that maybe help you do?
Look for other options.
All right, fantastic. So let's get 4, 4, and 4. 1 soccer ball. Set yourself up. If you're out, you're going to be the captain, and then we'll rotate you in, okay? So 1 ball in. Yeah, if you just got the 4, you'll go in.
Do you have a ball, Steve?
Move. Get moving,
I got a
get
ball.
moving.
You got one? Oh, you. I got one.
Play whenever you're ready. I'm just going to make a flapping noise so I know when to edit it. And stop, stand still. All right, so let's talk about technical. All right? When we're passing the ball, which part of the foot are we looking to use? Inside, okay. Which part of the soccer ball are we looking to hit? Middle top, wide. If it doesn't bounce, then what would that do to the guy receiving the ball? Makes it easier for him to receive the ball, so the whole game will move on. Also, our passing speed, when we're moving the ball from A to B, if it's slow, is the game fast or slow? All right, so we want to maybe quicken it up and strike our passes with that technique, but the decision to now hit the ball a little harder so the ball travels from A to B quicker, okay? So let's just see if we can up the speed now through good technique and firm passes. Go!
Move out, go forward, go forward.
And stop, stand still. So good stuff, we've increased the pace of the passes so the ball is getting from A to B quicker. Tell me one thing before you receive the ball that might slow you down.
You don't know what's next.
Say again?
You don't know what's next.
So if you don't know what's next. So I'm watching a lot of this now. We're receiving the ball, and even though the ball's still moving, we're hesitating to make our next choice because we haven't had our head up or we're not checking the spaces away from the ball. So not only now are we going to strike the ball better with our technique like we've been doing, we're also now going to pick our head up, scan the spaces away from where the ball's coming from, execute our next pass a lot quicker, okay? So speed the ball up from A to B, speed our execution up with the pass going from A to B because we know what's next quicker. Does that make sense? Play! Good, Peter, well done. And stop! So fantastic. We're just going to have Blue demonstrate again. Robert, play the pass into Zach for me. Peter, drop back into Zach for me. Peter's movement was fantastic because he gave himself lots of room to play and he predicted where the ball was going to go. So as Robert lifted his foot up, just lift your foot up, Rob. Peter already knew where the ball was going and got himself extra room to play. So as that pass goes in, just make the run again, Pete. Just go back in, play the nice pass in. Peter opened up nice and big, gave himself lots of room to play. And that room gave him more time to think and execute his next action. Great stuff, Peter. So let's see now if our movement off the ball can also buy us time to play and think ahead of the game. Play! Albert, well done.
Sure.
Good technique, Ben. Let's speed the ball up off your foot a little bit more. And stand still. So good stuff. Now we're moving around a lot. There's a lot of congestion. So if you're one of the supporting players and you could receive the ball, are we going to stand behind defenders or break off at an angle? All right, so if, can I just borrow the ball, Ben? So Stephen, if you're on my team and Ben's in the way of you, just show me how you'd maybe move off the ball. Fantastic. And then just make that angle nice and big, and then I can play the pass into you rather than being stuck behind the player and me either having to chip the ball over him or not being able to get you the ball. So now let's recognize if we're blocked from receiving the ball, make the angle nice and big to receive the pass and not stand behind the defender, get open from him one side or the other, okay? And play!
Here. Sean. Oh my God. Where's Shane? New ball.
And relax. So great stuff again. Zach, can I just borrow you off the ball? So a couple of things I'm seeing now, again, just to keep with our technical and tactical decisions. Zach, just make a run for me. And I'm seeing a lot of this at the moment. As the player's running there, we're playing the ball behind him, which means it's going to do two things. We're either going to give possession away or break his stride. Play the ball back for me. So we're going to invite the player to keep going in the direction they're in. So keep going for me, and we're just going to play the ball out in front of him. Don't break his stride, keep the game flowing, and then obviously from that point on our team will move off the ball to support Zach. So before we make our passing decision, check where the guy's running to and try and feed the ball into the space in front of him so we don't kill his stride. Does that make sense? That's the last point. And play!
Steven!
30 seconds.
Oh, no.
Great movement, Peter, again. Well done.
Steven! John!
1.
Great ball, Steve. Great ball. And relax. Just come in. Get back with your teams again. You're going to need your clipboard as well. Just get together with your teams, guys. The captain will have the clipboard.
I wasn't done finishing.
Everybody stay standing for me. So guys, that was fantastic. We got a lot of this stuff in that we spoke about, the technical considerations and the tactical. We wanted to play quickly, so the passes from A to B needed to be nice and firm. Also, before we received the ball, we needed to know what was next, okay? That was really good stuff. Our movement off the ball was great. Peter, when you were moving off the ball, you were always checking the space, what was next. You were appreciating what space you needed to be in, and that helped Peter to move quickly as well, so that was fantastic. What I'd like to do now is flip the page over onto page 2. So now we're going to play a small-sided game in exactly the same setup. We're going to have the team in orange, and we're just going to stay where we are right now. We're going to have one player on each side of the area. and then it'll be green and blue playing against each other, okay? Green and blue, when you've got possession, you can obviously pass to people in your own colour, and you can also use the oranges on the outside, okay? Same type of deal though, ball can't stop, teammates can't be in the same 10 by 10 area that you're in, and you've got to move outside of the area every 3 to 5 seconds, okay? And we're also going to have you not follow your pass. So if I play the ball into Casper, let me just see the ball. If I play a ball into Casper and then go and follow the ball, whose space am I killing? Alright, so really looking at now, once we've passed the ball off, let me see the ball again, pass the ball off and then just make another little angle to receive the ball back or create space for him, okay? So we're going to give you a couple of minutes in your own groups again, go through the same deal, some technical considerations and some decision-making considerations, and then we'll get you back out and play. So off you go.
Okay. So we always need to play the good shape.
And no teammates in the same box. So Ben, all you guys have to keep your eye open.
Okay, so key factors. So we'll probably need to. Okay, so keep. Well, no, that's more tactical, but we need to keep our technique.
To keep our technique.
Keep our technique. I probably spelled it wrong. Keep our technique in. Keep our technique. Well, yeah, but I mean, you have to have like tactical balls. What I said tactical.
Pick it on the upper middle.
Body shape, that kind of stuff, okay? All the technical considerations apply. We've still got to obviously pass the ball from A to B quick. We take our first touches. While obviously now we have opponents, there's some more 1v1 elements. Do we run with the ball? If we've got big spaces, do we take small touches in tight spaces to control the ball until we've got support? Okay, so those are the things to maybe think about, okay?
Okay, so, so we have to make sure that we're keeping our,
Guys,
our shape.
what's different about this game straight off the bat? What do you think? There's a lot of movement, but so in this last game we played unopposed, so there was no defenders. Now we've got some defensive obstacles to play against, so your decision making needs to be a little quicker. And obviously with those obstacles, our teammates need to do what more? Move and be in sync with the guy on the ball to help him to either receive the ball off him or give him a decoy to maybe dribble. And again, with the opponents, there may be some opportunities to dribble. So when we're dribbling with the ball, we keep it close if it's a tight, small space. If you've got those extra spaces, we can take those extended touches. And then again, our teammates have got to move off the ball to help them out. Okay, so those are some of the things to consider. So just get yourself ready. About 30 seconds, guys.
Always make sure you're not in the same box.
All right, in you come. In you come. So when we go back out, orange, 4 of you, 1 of you be on this side, 1 of you on that side, 1 of you on that side, 1 of you here, and then it'll be 4 against 4 in the middle. Give me some of the tactical considerations that you maybe thought of, blue.
Tactical, see the whole field
Yeah.
when you're moving, and also leave the player into space.
Okay, fantastic. What about you, green?
We said we always need to know what's next.
Okay.
We need to keep our shape.
All right. What shape are you going to play with in here?
Box, because we have forces.
Okay. Yeah. And what were you guys in this?
Oh, we're gonna like since we're playing the outside, we're gonna like try to move around fast in case like if the ball's over there, one player moves over there and like the other one over there. This one opens up over here in case the ball goes over there. And
Fantastic. So you recognise your role's different to the 4v4 and you're more supporting on the outside, but you still need to move. Brilliant. Okay. So guys, we're going to give you 20 seconds just to get your clipboards down, just back past the blue line, and then blue and green in the middle, 4v4, and then orange, can you set yourself up 1 on each side, be ready to support. I'm going to start the game off. So let's get a ball. Green ball. Relax. Okay, so let's just have Ben on the ball. You've got a great supporting position. Face this way. What's wrong with facing this way though? Show me how you're facing this way. Alright, you're facing this way. You're facing what point you see right now. Alright, so show me maybe where you can move to and see the whole field. Alright, and before you receive the ball, just show me what your head's doing. Alright, so we're checking both spaces before we receive the ball. So Ben, just roll the ball in. Fantastic. And now we know the field is a bit more open and we can maybe get the ball into Sean. We can also maybe split Robert and Benji and play the ball into Otto or Casper. Okay, so just by giving yourself that extra look and the body position, seeing the whole field, you see more options, okay? So Ben, just have the ball back. So Chris, as the ball's rolling in, just keep checking the spaces and then execute your pass. Play. Fantastic. And play. Then maybe hit that ball a little harder, yeah? Yeah. Stop. So just Chris, have the ball back again. Ben, just come in here for me. So Rob, show me where you can maybe appreciate and get a bit more space to receive the ball. Good. You're good there. So the body position's perfect, but you've got a little bit more space to your right. So maybe just creep out a little bit. Fantastic. Now you've made the field what? Bigger. Now Ben's got a bigger distance to maybe get between you and the ball. So Chris, play the ball in. Ben, go and press. And by the time Ben gets there, what is that giving blue teammates a chance to do? Okay, so Zach, maybe you can slide in. Hope we're going to play out here to Shane. Just by making the field a little bigger, you buy yourself some time, your teammates some time, and then our shape can be established a bit better, okay? So we've got to get our spacing right. We're not too far away, but we're not too close. Okay, so let's roll the ball back into the start point. So Rob, go a little narrow for me. Open up. Let's play the pass in. Go on, Ben. And then can we play around the pressure and we're out. Good, and play. Good. Freeze. Next up, grab the ball, Syria or Jack. Pass to just drop into the left. Offside, you're in the place for this, come back to where you were. So if you can, before you receive the ball, check all the spaces and see if we can pop the ball into him. Pop the ball into him, and then now can we receive the ball back out here and we play out here, okay?
Alright.
Let's play it in. Fantastic, and then we're out. So go back again. Before you've received the ball, really important we pick our head up, see what is on, bench, and you just now maybe check the space. And as the ball's rolling in, Peter, you start your overlapping run. So play it in, and then we play into the space. Good, and play. Moving on the outside.
Faster, get out of the box.
Relax, orange in, blue out. Ball to me, Chris. Chris, ball to me. Same deal, blue, you support on the outside. Can we keep the ball moving? Play the ball back into the team that gave you the ball, okay? Play. Good. And stop. So Sean, just get back in position again. Chris, just drop into this space where you were. Robert, great pass. Just have the ball back to Robert. So as the ball's travelling from Robert to Sean, Peter, just show me the movement you're going to make. Fantastic, okay. And then anticipating maybe Sean giving the ball to Peter, where would you move? Excellent. So recognize his movement off the ball and then calculate what you need to do next after that, okay? So let's roll back in. Peter, roll back in. Robert, nice and easy. Just roll the ball into Sean. Off you go, Ben. Good. Can we get it to him? Good. Set your shape up. And up we go. And play. Good. Good, Casper, I love it. Freeze. All right, so Stephen, we talked earlier a little about maybe making the decision for the player receiving the ball and making a pass that he would appreciate, okay? So have the ball back. Okay, go back in. So where is all the pressure right now? Okay, so we want to get the ball out of which space? Okay, so where could you maybe give Robert the pass? Which foot would you maybe want to do?
The left.
Alright, so roll the ball to his left foot, and that's going to encourage him now to come out of this space that's congested and move the ball into a bigger space away from pressure, okay? So just little details like that will help him when he receives the ball, and then will help the overall picture of moving our team out of the pressure, okay? So have the ball back, Steve. And Rob, you can give him information. Tell him I want it at left foot, okay? So roll the ball in. And then we're out and we play. Good, play. 30 seconds. Great touch, Ben. Great pass, Zach. I love that technique. Last few seconds. Move again, move again. Good movement, Benji. Love it. Well done. Keep moving, keep moving.
Watch how many on, Benji.
And relax and come into your teams again. Well done. And you come. So just grab your clipboards. Guys, fantastic stuff. That's really hard stuff because we don't have a direction to go to goal, so we don't really have an out. We're always having to keep the ball. We're always having to keep moving and always make decisions, okay? So it's improving your speed of play, but you also have to be really technically sound as well. So at the top, in the first part, we spoke about some technical considerations, so let's go through that again. Give me some technical considerations that allowed us to do what we wanted to do.
Well, technique. Passing.
Yeah, so which part of the soccer ball?
Top, middle, and inside the front.
Okay, and where was that going to keep the ball?
On the ground.
All right, because we want to maybe try and play out from the back and keep the ball on the floor, and as soon as the ball leaves the ground unnecessarily, that makes the game what?
Harder.
All right,
Yeah.
makes it a little harder. And then moving on from that point, if I'm passing the ball to Sean and I'm just blasting the ball out and I'm not really caring about how he deals with it, is that really giving him a chance to be successful?
No.
All right, so I have to appreciate how he wants to receive the ball, where he wants to receive the ball. So in the last part with Stephen, we talked about giving the ball to Robert's left foot as opposed to giving it to his right foot, and that meant if we gave it to his left foot, it would open up the whole game to move the ball out of pressure and make the game easier for the whole team, okay? Some tactical considerations, what did we speak about on that? So we're hitting the ball stronger, so deciding how much weight or power was on the pass, yeah? What else?
The shape.
Team shape or physical shape?
Team shape.
All right, so team shape, we either played in a box or the diamond. Okay, and that gave the ball carrier what?
Oh, more options. Yeah,
More options, okay. Fantastic. What else, Sean?
You have to always know what you're going to do next.
Fantastic, fantastic. So it's really important that before you receive the ball, we know what's next. One of the rules was the ball couldn't do what? The ball couldn't stop. Now, if you don't know what's next, you have to do what to the ball?
Stop.
All right, and then as soon as you stop the ball, that gives which team maybe an advantage. All right, so just by thinking ahead, you keep the game moving, the ball is always moving, and then you're in control of the situation, okay? Any other tactical considerations? Orange, you played in support first. What was maybe some different considerations you had playing as a support team? A lot of movement on the outside, yeah? Also, what else did you talk about? Firm passes, but we've done that. What about as the game's developing, we're staying focused and concentrated, because you guys weren't as involved as blue and green at the beginning, but it was important that when the ball arrived to you, you were still in sync with the play, so you were kind of reading it. So you were kind of playing like an outside back or a winger, where the congestion in midfield, the ball's always in there, and then by the time the ball comes out to you, you're ready to go because you've been focused and concentrating. Anything else? Everybody good? Happy with that?
Yep.
Guys, that was fantastic again. Thank you very much. Just get a quick drink and then we'll set up and we'll play. Thank you.